What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 42 of our Detroit Tigers franchise mode. Yes, we did it. We advanced. We took it to the Red Sox to win 3 straight games. We rattled off 3 straight wins to advance to the American League Championship Series against the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. And I think officially they dropped the of Anaheim. I think they're just the Los Angeles Angels now. So apologies to all you Angels fans out there. I like the Angels. They're cool. Just not one of my favorites. Tigers, one of my favorites. Let's try to get this guy, Mike Trout, off the base path, okay? That's how these guys win all these games. We really got to put a lot of emphasis on him and pretty much get him out of World Series appearance because we want it. We want that World Series appearance. In real life, though, hey, Mike Trout, go win some World Series, man. You deserve it. But against our Tigers, not going to happen. We're going to do everything possible to try to make sure that we get in this World Series against, we don't know. It's going to be San Francisco or Chicago. Guys, who do you think it's going to be? It is an even year. So we got that to consider. So the San Francisco Giants could easily make it to the World Series just because it's an even year, 2018. And we all know they win World Series when it's an even year. But wouldn't that be kind of cool to play against the Giants? The Tigers should have won that World Series in 2012 against the 2012 San Francisco Giants. That would be kind of a cool matchup to see again. And this time we'll flip the history book. So, guys, I do want to show you the Angels roster, and then we're going to go right into the gameplay against them. We've got Danny Norris against Andrew Haney for Game 1, 2 lefties. Haney's numbers are not that great in the playoffs, so we'll want to capitalize on that. Look at it. I mean, you can see it on the screen there, 0-1 with a 10 ERA, so he did not pitch too well. So let's dig deeper into their roster. Let's see who we're going up against. So we got Ben Revere leading them off. This guy, Ramon Flores. Look at those contact numbers, 81 and 85 contact. The defense is not quite there. The glove is not there, but he's 27. He's kind of a fringe type player. He's A potential, so he's definitely got it in him. 73 games he's played, so he's been a kind of a part-time player. But these are some pretty solid numbers in limited appearances and limited at-bats. That's a guy we'll have to focus on. We definitely want to get this guy off the base pass. We want Ben Revere for sure off the base pass. Let's see how many stolen bases he had. 54. 54 for Ben Revere. So definitely need him out. We need Flores out, and we need Mike Trout to have nobody on base. If he hits a home run, I said earlier in the video, we're going to have to try to stop him. I mean, yeah, you want to stop him, but a lot of times you're not going to. A lot of times you're not going to stop him. This is the American League MVP. 42 bombs, 124. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really, really tough, but if we want to win this series, it's going to have to be Ben Revere and Flores off. We're going to have to limit the damage that these guys do. So if Trout hurts us, it won't hurt us as bad. But the other guy, the X factor, is Cole Calhoun. I've always loved Cole Calhoun. I had him on a couple fantasy teams that I had back when he was, really productive. I think it was like right here. I didn't own him here, but I own him there. And, the 26 home runs, the guy just is consistent. He does it every year, upper teens to low 20s. This was his breaking out party this season right here, 2018. 33 bombs with 97 RBIs. So Cole Calhoun is a guy that we need to also limit the damage from. So Trout, Calhoun, and then these two guys. But I really think that Calhoun is the X factor because he's in the 5 slot. He's pretty much right in the middle of the order, kind of backing up Mike Trout. So that's the lineup, guys. Let's take a look at the rotation that they've got thrown out. They did make a trade for Garrett Cole. I know a lot of you guys are kind of spotty on the video watching, so if you did not see an episode where I covered league trades, that was one of the deadline moves that the Angels end up making, is acquiring Garrett Cole. So Garrett Cole, Skaggs, Haney, in the upper 85s, Garrett Richard, and Matt Shoemaker. And then they also acquired Jeremy Hellickson. So they got a lot of pitching. 81 overalls. We got Yusmeiro Petit, former Giant. Jose Alvarez. We got some lefty arms in there. Glenn Perkins they signed. And Cam Bedrosian's obviously a fireballer. Mike Morin, pretty solid pitcher himself. So they don't have a lot of flamethrowers in their bullpen, so that helps. These guys are mostly just going to try to make you hit the ball, put it in play, so that's a good sign for us. The game plan here for Haney, Skaggs, Cole, possibly Richards, they might do a three-man rotation against our really, really top-of-the-line elite offense. I don't know if the computer's smart enough to do that, though. But the game plan, guys, is probably going to just work the count. It's got to be to work the count. We need these guys to get out of the games, get into the bullpen, and then from that point, just feast. Feast on that bullpen. If we can get there, we'll be okay. But I say that because our pitching staff is hurt. So I'm really glad that we were able to add a guy like Brad Brock to kind of solidify that. And just kind of like what I talked about at the beginning of this 2018 season, if you guys remember me saying this, was that it's all dependent on the pitching, right? Our success this season was all dependent on the pitching. I forecasted that. It ended up being true. Michael Fulmer had an insanely great season before getting hurt. Jose De Leon was amazing. He made an all-star appearance. Danny Norris is pretty solid. Joe Ross is solid. Matt Moore was solid. So everybody did their job, right? And some guys, De Leon and Fulmer, took the extra leap. But the bullpen really helped the slack from Joe Ross because he's had his struggles. Norris had his struggles. Matt Moore had his struggles. I mean, you know, these three guys here were very up and down, right? So with losing Michael Fulmer like that 6+ months, I'm glad that we acquired Yimi Garcia and Brad Brock to really solidify that bullpen and kind of shorten the game out, especially for the playoffs. So that's kind of what we're looking at. We need our starting pitchers to limit the damage from those guys that I mentioned in the Angels lineup, and our offense has to get to the Angels bullpen. So Angels strength, if we're doing a kind of comparison thing, Angels strength, middle of the order and starting pitching. Weaknesses are top of the order and bullpen. So they're kind of balanced. They got two strong points and two weaknesses. For us, our weakness is starting pitching. It's just starting pitching. Our bullpen's elite. Our offense is elite. So the advantage should be on us, really. So it's just a matter of us just clutching up and getting it done. So, guys, that is it. That's all I got for this little intro here. So stay tuned. Hold on to your butts. And we're going into this Angels gameplay here. We got Norris against Haney.
MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the American League Championship Series between the Detroit Tigers and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
All right, guys, let's get right into this gameplay, this Game 1 of the ALCS. We've got Danny Norris, lefty, against their lefty, Andrew Haney. Check out those numbers, guys. Danny Norris obviously pitched pretty decently against the Red Sox, but Andrew Haney did not against the Seattle Mariners. Not sure what game he started or how many runs that is or what that equates to, but that was not a good start by him. Tigers offense obviously looking to do the same type of damage against him, so he's very, very hittable. Very, very hittable. It's going to be a little bit of a different look, though, given that he's a little bit slower than the lefties that we played against Boston with Chris Sale and David Price. So just got to get used to that a little bit. 10 pitches already in the inning, and then JD strikes out at the 11th and a 1-2 count. That's 77-mile-an-hour slider. So just got to hang with him a little bit and try to take the ball where it's thrown. Outside, go away. Inside, try to pull. So just got to time him up a little bit better, and the offense will be fine. So take a look at the Angels lineup here. Obviously, when we talked about in the intro, you got to get the first two guys out so nobody's on base for Trout to do his damage. You want Mike Trout out, right? But he's not usually going to do that. He's going to get on base. He's going to do his damage, but you just don't want any runners on for him in order to do that type of damage. So this is exactly what we're thinking. This is exactly what we're doing. Norris gets Revere to fly out to Grichuk, first out of the inning. Ramon Flores up now. Going to get what looks to be like going to be a Texas leaguer, but Josh Rutledge with the nice athletic play gets the nice running catch for the second out. So guys, take a look at the postseason bracket. This is game 1 for the Tigers and the Angels. Giants and Cubs have already played 2 games, and they're tied at 1 apiece. So let me know, guys, if your playoff predictions are so far correct, and who do you want to make it to the World Series out of the National League? Me, quite frankly, I don't really care who wins because I like the Cubs and the Giants. Go figure. As we talked about before, Mike Trout going to get a base hit here, but that should have been an out as CJ Cron is going to strike out here against Danny Norris. But yeah, Josh Rutledge seemed to dive for that baseball when he didn't really need to, so I'm not sure what that's all about. But Valbuena going to get a single here, going to get a hit, but he's going to test Ben Revere's arm for a double, but he's going to get tagged out. Looked like it was a closer play than what the umpire made it look like. It was a pretty decisive call for the ump, but nonetheless, he is out. Cole Calhoun going to pop out to Luis Valbuena in the next inning after that, and he's going to make a nice play out here in foul territory. Nick Castellanos, former Tiger, 275, 20 home runs on the season for the Angels, and he's going to go boosh. Puig giving it all he's got to get to that ball, get there to the track, but he jumps a little bit too early, and it's going to be a solo shot for Nick Castellanos. The Angels are now up 1-0. Let's go to the next inning. Josh Rutledge is going to do his best impersonation of Nick Castellanos, but Cole Calhoun's going to make a nice play out there in right field to take away extra base hits, possibly a home run. Eduardo Nunez is going to do the same thing. He's going to go deep, but Mike Trout makes a great running play. Willie Mays style type of play out there in center field. Andrew Haney loves it. Ben Revere on base now. James McCann makes a strong throw. Important out for sure. Great throw. Part of the game plan for the Tigers was to get that top of the order out and get them taken care of. Let's go to the next inning. Angels up. Mike Trout going to get a double. Michael Taylor does his best to get that ball thrown back in to try to get Trout out, but it's not going to happen. After a ground out to move him to third, Cole Calhoun gets a fly ball to left field to Grichuk. Trout is going to score despite the strong throw by Randall Grichuk. Just a little bit too late. McCann cuts it off. So Angels guys are up now 2-0. Runner on base after a walk, and Martin Maldonado goes boosh. He's going to take Danny Norris deep. That is now 2 home runs given up by Danny Norris. It is now 4-0 LA Angels. Yes, goodbye baseball. So not good. Not good. But Tigers offense is going to have to wake up. That's all that it comes down to. It's not out of the question for this team to score more than 4 runs. We'll see what they can do right here. We got a runner on first. Yasiel Puig hits a ground ball to Andrelton Simmons, who tosses to Flores, tossed back to first at CJ Cron, and a double play. So Tigers offense still struggling to get anything going off the hittable Andrew Haney. Danny Norris's night is done. Alex Wilson comes on in, gets the strikeout on Castellanos, so not much more that you can ask for from your Middle reliever, Alex Bregman now up. Next half inning, and he's going to lift the fly ball out there to center field. Mike Trout makes a good throw, but the run will score. We had bases loaded situation after a couple base hits and a walk. So 4-1 now, and then James McCann comes on up in the top of the 7th, and he's going to pop out in the infield. So just not getting it done, guys. Just not getting it done for sure. Let's go to the bottom of the 7th. Alex Wilson still out there. Bregman makes a nice throw to first. Maldonado is thrown out, so no home run for him here. Let's go to the top of the 8th inning now. The Angels are putting in the fireballer Cam Bedrosian. He's got 2 down on him. Yasiel Puig hits a ball hard to Nick Castellanos, who's not known for his glove, but he makes a nice little spinning throw there. Now let's go to the bottom of the 8th. Alex Wilson's still out there, so he's thrown 3 innings at this point. Gonna get that final out on Trout. So the Tigers are still down 4-1. So good job by Wilson coming out of the pen and limiting the Angels offense to 0 runs. So no runs allowed by Alex Wilson. So good job by him. JD Martinez, who was 0 for 3 on the night, is going to get a base hit here. Sends it right back up the middle. So now the Tigers are in business here against Glenn Perkins, their closer. Rando Grichuk, first pitch swinging. He's going to get a base hit to left field. So now Tigers, guys, 4-1 game. The tying run is coming to the plate. Alex Bregman, 1 out, lifts a fly ball deep. Thought he got a hold of it, but Mike Trout, obviously been the great center fielder that he is, catches that thing, throws it back. JD tags up, gets to third. We got Josh Rutledge up, who's 0 for 2 and also got hit by a pitch. He's looking to do some damage. He's swinging, going up there, hacking, ground ball back up the middle. RBI single for Rutledge. It is now 4-2, guys. 4-2. Tigers coming back here in their last inning. And then they decide to go with Mike Moran. 25 innings last year. Pretty solid pitcher. And then James McCann's going to hit a ball. Should have done some more damage on that, and that is going to be the final out of the game. Mike Trout makes the catch. So, guys, the Angels win Game 1 off of the bats of Martin Maldonado. Mike Trout did some damage, and Nick Castellanos. So, if you can believe that, that's crazy. That's crazy. They get Game 1 because their offense was great. Dana Norris just didn't do enough. Kept us in the game, though, but Tigers' offense just could not get on the board against Andrew Heaney and the Angels' bullpen. We got a little something going on the bullpen, but just have to cash in with runners in scoring position, guys. So, guys, we'll see you in the next one. I'll catch you later. Peace.